What's up? What's happening? What's popping? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another great episode of Symone with the Sports. I'm Symone, bringing you guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here, and you haven't already subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you stop what you're doing, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Also, make sure you check out the links down below. The first link is to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel that you love so much. Second link is to shop the official Symone with the Sports merch collection. Get you the classic tee or the wavy tee that I've been rocking lately. And also make sure you turn your notification bells on because you don't want to miss a single video and you don't want to miss a single live stream. So make sure you turn your notification bells on. So today, guys, it's Tuesday, so we have a brand new AP Top 25 poll. And to be honest with y'all, we didn't have that much shaken up in the poll because a lot of the top teams, they didn't really play any tough competition. It was a lot of, I don't know what you call it, easy games pretty much that went on this past week. We have a lot of, this week is Christmas coming up, so this week isn't any really like exciting top matchups. Now, of course, there's always upsets that can happen, but it's not really any top matchups coming up this week. It really starts next week on Monday where Memphis will take on Tennessee. And the reason why that's important is because Memphis just upset Alabama, and Memphis is a team that came into the season with a lot of hype that they did not live up to. They went on a 4-game losing streak. Then they took down a number 9 ranked Alabama. So people are like, is Memphis legit? Is this the new Memphis that we thought we were going to see in the preseason? But we won't know until they face another top team, which is going to be Tennessee. So that's not there's no really good matchups until Monday, next Monday after Christmas. But also Duke does face Virginia Tech this week, Wednesday night, I believe, Wednesday or Thursday night. Duke plays Virginia Tech. Now, Virginia Tech isn't ranked, but this is Duke's first ACC matchup. So it will be very interesting to see how they are tested once they play some ACC competition. So those are the 2 games really to look out for. And then, of course, you know, got to keep your eyes open for the upset alerts. But let's go through this top 25 poll. And we really only have 2 really big pieces of news when it comes to this poll. So Baylor is still number 1. Duke is still number 2. Purdue is still sitting high at number 3. Gonzaga is now number 4. They were previously number 5. UCLA is now 5, and they were number 4. So Gonzaga and UCLA switched. At number 6, it is Arizona. They were previously number 8, but now they jumped to number 6. They are one of the 4 undefeated teams. So Arizona is still undefeated. Kansas is still sitting at number 8. USC, the Trojans, they jumped 2. They are now number 8. They were number 10, and they are undefeated as well. Iowa State jumped 2 to 9. They were 11. Now they're 9. Iowa State is still undefeated. Alabama, the Crimson Tide, they dropped down from 10 to 9. So it's not a huge drop for them. Like I said, they got upset by Memphis, but they dropped from 6 to 10. So it wasn't a huge drop. They're still in the top 10. They were previously number 6, but they fell to number 10 after losing to Memphis. Michigan State is now 11. Auburn is 12. Both of those guys moved up 1. Houston is now 13 from 14. Ohio State moved up 1. They're now 14 from 15. Seton Hall moved up 1 from 16 to 15. Texas shifted up 1 from 17 to 16. LSU is the last undefeated team. There's 4 undefeated teams, and LSU is sitting at 11-0. They moved up 2 spots from 19 to 17. Xavier moved up 4. They're now 18, and they were 22. Tennessee dropped 1 from 18 to 19. Kentucky, the Wildcats, dropped 1 from 21 to 20. Colorado State jumped up from 23 to 21. Providence is still 22. And the biggest news, y'all, the Villanova Wildcats dropped from 9 to 23. They had the biggest drop, and they had 2 back-to-back blowout losses. They got blown out by Baylor, which isn't a a terrible loss for them because Baylor, of course, is the number 1 seed, but they got blown out by Baylor. They didn't stand a chance, and then back-to-back blowouts. They lost to Creighton 79-59. So the Wildcats came into the season with a very high preseason ranking. Their preseason ranking was number 4. They were top 4 in the AP poll, and they just have not been showing it. Like I said, they had 2 blowout losses. And then I can see them losing to Baylor. Of course, Baylor is number 1 seed, but there's no excuse for getting blown out to Creighton. So they have really been struggling. Villanova, I think these teams has figured Villanova out. And Villanova, in the last, in the game against Creighton, they gave up 42 points in the paint. Okay? 42 points in the paint. When they played Purdue, they gave up 38 points in the paint. So really you can see that their weakness is inside. They don't really have that size advantage that a lot of these other teams have. In the top 25, we know Purdue has a big man advantage with Trevion Williams. Duke has a lot of size. Gonzaga always has a lot of size. UConn always has a lot of size. But Villanova is really getting exposed inside. So they do have a big man, Eric Dixon, but he's not getting that many minutes in every game, and then after him it's a huge fall off. So if they don't fix up, I mean, I don't know how they can, but they're going to keep getting exposed inside. And then also their 3-point shooting has been terrible. They've been shooting 23% from the 3 in the last 3 games. So if you can't stretch the floor and then you don't have nobody inside, I mean, that's a recipe for 2 back-to-back blowouts, which they got. So I mean, it's gonna be a long road for Villanova, especially like I said, since the top teams have good size and it's going to have great size advantage against Villanova every single time. So Wisconsin, they're still at number 24, and Texas Tech is still sitting at number 25. So outside of Villanova continuing the big man woes, the next only really piece of news is Georgia Tech, y'all. They've really been struggling, and Georgia Tech is on a 4-game losing streak. And again, it's really because they have good guards, forwards, but they don't have a good big man. Jordan Howard, I believe he's a senior for them. He has been just god awful for them on offense, and he really hasn't been providing much on defense. We'll get into his stats, but Georgia Tech, in their 4-game losing streak, they did play 3 teams that were in the top 25, so they have been on a tough schedule. They lost to Wisconsin only by 4, and Wisconsin is a ranked team. They did get blown out by UNC 79-62, but that's an ACC foe. So, you know, the ACC teams are always going to play each other hard, even though UNC isn't ranked. That was a game that was at home for Georgia Tech, and they still got blown out. Then they play LSU, which is a top 20 team. LSU is ranked 17 right now. They got blown out by LSU, and again, they were in a close game with LSU, but they just in the second half, they just faded away offensively and defensively. And then they play USC, who's 8 right now. So Georgia Tech has had a very tough schedule, but a 4-game losing streak is always unacceptable in my mind. They are going to ease up a little bit on their schedule. They have Georgia State tonight, and then they have Alabama A&M. So hopefully that's 2 wins for them. Both of those games are at home. So yeah, Georgia Tech's going to have to fix it up, especially because, you know, they won the ACC tournament last season, but they were getting a lot of trash talk, like they won a COVID ACC tournament because, you know, Duke got eliminated because of COVID, so they never really got to play a tough team. And then once they went into the NCAA tournament, they were a first-round exit, and they didn't really match up at all. So I'm going to need Georgia Tech to, you know, fix this up, and then also we'll keep our eye on Villanova and see if they can turn things around and find an answer on the inside. But guys, I'm Symone with the Spizzors. This is your top 25 poll news. Make sure you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, turn your notification bells on, y'all. I need y'all to turn notification bells on if you don't do anything. Turn your notification bells on. And until I talk to you guys next time. Bye!